Well, very good morning to all of you. This is a big surprise, and at the same time, it's not such a big surprise because, well, Malala or the eaglet, sorry, the hawklet in the eagle nest. Now I'm getting all confused. The hawklet in the eagle nest on Gabriola Island has fledged. It's absolutely wonderful. As you know, I was there last week, and I also met with GROWLS, and it was a fantastic time. So I am also honored to get Pam again, Pam McCartney, from the director of GROWLS, right back on, and she could tell us a lot more. Pam, how are you?
I'm really good. Thank you, Christian. How are you doing?
Very well. I'm so excited. So tell me, tell us what was going on, and we're going to show lots of clips in the meantime. So just go on. What happened this morning?
Well, it was a morning. Well, the last couple of mornings have been a little different, or few mornings, I guess, because Malala has not.
Yeah, your mic is going a little bit crackly again. So just yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
I will fix that, hopefully.
Okay, try again.
Is that better?
Yes, that's good.
Okay.
Excellent. Good.
So Malala's been hanging out either in the perch branch to the left, like to our left of the nest, and then last night she perched up in kind of in the fir greens, like into the needles, and I was like, oh, interesting, she's sleeping there tonight. And she came back and everything seemed normal this morning, and she was eating away at something in the corner, or Malala. And yeah, and then all of a sudden I believe it was Dad came in with something that looked to me like a hawk. It could have been a red tail, maybe a Cooper, I don't know. It was a big bird. And the moment he flew in, it was like Malala was like, oh my gosh. And she just went whoop, right off screen and right into probably the fir trees in front of her. But yeah, she's gone and she's not come back yet. And that was 4 hours ago. It was at 6:17. So
Right. Let me just show that clip again. So this just happened before. That was just at 6:16. Just the incident that happened there, and it's not surprising actually that the hawklet did. Oh, there comes a big poop.
yeah.
And I think it's mom or dad. You know which one is who's going to fly in now at this moment? It's going to happen.
Dad. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to fly in any moment. And you can also see how the color of the feathers of Malala have completely changed in the last day since I was there. There's such a change, and there it's really trying. 6:24, 25, 6:17, 27, 8, and here comes the. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to stop it for a moment. Just see it come in here, and there it's. So it comes in with something big, and that must have been the moment there. That's the moment, 6:30, 6:17:30, where Malala decides that's it now, right? And so some big bird was carried in as prey, right, to the nest. But I think just before that, Malala has been feeding very well, right? Was eating already, and a lot going on.
Oh, Malala's been fierce in that nest, like pretty much, I would say like 90% of the time when any of the parent came in with food, Malala was the first one there. She would mantle the food. And just, Eaglet Junior would have to like hang out back, and then eventually he'd come to the front and grab what was in Malala's claws. But like sometimes it was like 10 minutes later, like, I don't know. Malala was really strong and ready to take flight, and I fly free, Malala.
Yeah, it's really wonderful. I'm just going to try and switch off the mic here if I can, so it doesn't interfere. And then I'll show this clip again. I'll just go back a little bit. That's 6. No, that's too far. 6:10. 6:17. Yeah, here we go. Okay, let me just go. And yeah, by the way, welcome everyone. I see all David Halden is saying no Georgia on the channel. Well, I didn't even have time to wake up Georgia, and I know she's usually very busy on the weekend. So if she does pop in, there's always space for her. But this event happened so quickly that I just went live as fast as I could, and so we did. This is completely unplanned. Okay, like life often is unplanned. So if you're missing Georgia, you will see her very soon again. Okay. Anyway, well, welcome to everyone. So just to give you the events, I'm just going to show a few other clips. We're just going to repeat this again. So here comes one of the adults and off takes Malala. And since then, we haven't seen Malala again. I just wanted to show you, let me just try and replay this one. So I was there last week, a week ago, and I took this with our own camera, with my own camera from close up, and you can see the incredible difference in coloration there. How much smaller Malala is there as compared to just a week later. So the fledging of a hawk goes extremely fast, right? It's quite phenomenal. Let me just see. And then also what's quite interesting is if you go back to the Sydney nest in 2017, that's a scene that was a few days, just about 4 days before the hawklet took off, and that took off there on the 23rd of June. So no surprise, very close. There was already branching, and of course there we have much better video footage simply because of the location of the nest, and also because there were 3 eaglets present instead of 1, which is quite remarkable. And the competition was so heavy that there was always action going on, non-stop. And so we have all these cute, very cute pictures.
Yeah.
And
So
it's
cute.
quite remarkable and very representative. Also, what usually goes on, between there, you can see there were 3 eagles at that time. It was, I mean, it was absolutely phenomenal. And I'm just going to spool a bit forward, and let's go to a moment where the hawklet had already fledged. Yeah, they were there. Both had fledged. The eagles had fledged, and that was on the 13th of July. So you can remember that, Pam. That's probably somewhere mid-July where we expect.
Okay.
Yeah, and then what we did at that time was we put some fish out, or David Hancock put some fish out because we were worried it wouldn't survive. And so the hawklet at that time, Spunky, was feeding off the ground, eating fish, and slowly going to another another diet. Right. That's what I wanted to say.
Right.
Thank you for all your kind comments, by the way.
Yeah.
Very, very nice to see. Did you want to? So anyway, that's just so if you want to go back and see these clips too, they're all there. So we have all that. And then, of course, the most important moment here was when that was it on the 4th of June, right? I think it was the 4th of June. That was where, Malala was brought into the nest, right? So we are exactly 21 days later. Yeah, that's right, 21 days later, right? And that was the first moment when we saw it, right? About 2-3 hours later, and it's done. So it was limping at that time, right? It was limping. And
Mama heard her.
and it did very well since then, right? There was no more limping, right?
Yeah.
As far as we could tell.
Yeah. It kind of limped for a couple of days, I feel, and then seemed to be fine. Yeah.
Your mic is crackling again, so I know. Well, never mind. I know you don't know, but let me just jump back here again. Let me just jump out and go back to this one again, because I think this is the live stream. So let's just have a look at the moment, what's going on right now at this moment.
And there's Junior sitting with the dead bird.
Yeah, so there was a huge dead bird that came in, right?
Yeah, it was big. Like it was like that's what. Okay, in my mind, I think Malala was like, "Hokey Dinah, that is a bird looking like me in your claws, and we're gonna eat that. It's already dead. I'm out." Droop.
By the way, thank you, David Howden, for your question. Anybody who wants to ask a question, please come in now. I'm going to start really paying attention now, so that so that we can include you in your comments in the stream. 1 second. I have an echo somewhere here. I just have to take care of this a moment because I think for some reason I have an interference here of another live stream. So let me just, this is typical when you do things very fast. 1 second. Let me just, let me just see if I can find what's going on here. Just give me a second and then we'll go through the questions. Oh yeah, I see what's going on. I found it. Good, excellent. Let me just get back here. Okay, so yeah, David Howden says, and you're very welcome to ask any questions here. Do you think the hawk will learn proper hunting, etc., behavior without hawk parents? Well, I can say a little bit to that, Pam, unless you want to start first.
Well, I mean, I think instincts are great and will kick in no matter what, however anybody's been raised, you know, like in the wild at least. Yeah, and even though it was like a lot of fish brought to the nest and stuff, there was enough of other things. I think Malala will be just fine, but maybe she still will come back to the nest. I don't know, but I think she'll be just fine as long as she stays away from eagles.
Right. So it's David, it's actually a very, very interesting question because, well, David Hancock would have said in this case that both sources are protein, right? So fish is protein, and of course, meat is also protein. So although a hawk would naturally never go, or I should not say never, or very rarely go and eat fish like that, its first source would, of course, be rodents and all kinds of other animals. You're absolutely right. The answer is we don't actually know completely for sure, right? We don't know for sure. What we could see on the Sydney nest through the experiments that David Hancock did, the eagle biologist David Hancock did quite a lot of work on it, and he put a lot of fish out just to feed the hawklet and also get it used to the beach. And then later, a girl there actually saw a small hawklet, and we believe that was the hawklet from the eagle's nest actually catching a rodent. So that's the last then we saw of the Sydney nest. I really hope sincerely that we will, that we will be able to see Malala coming back. I think it's also important to see it coming back because at least that's what we saw with the Sydney nest. What we also saw with the Sydney nest was because there were 3 eaglets, there was incredible rivalry. They wouldn't let the hawklet back in, but lo and behold, it fought so hard until it came right back into the nest. So it was phenomenal, right? So let's hope. Hi, Kit. Nice to see you. Is there a ground crew to document the Malala now? So that's. Kit, Pam, sorry. Is there a ground crew now to follow up?
Oh yeah, like well, even this morning I went down there because I was like, just in case anything was up, and I drove over there and kind of just did a walk, and I was looking up into the trees to see if I could see anywhere where Malala was perched or whatever, but there was, I couldn't see Malala. I could see noise and everything happening upstairs. I could hear even the crunching of the bones you can hear on the camera too. But yeah, we're around and we definitely will be.
And similar to the Sydney nest, this nest is very close to the water. So my first intuition would be to check on the beach actually, because that's the most likely part where they will go first, simply because they will follow the parents, and the parents definitely always go to the water to catch their fish, right? So that's where I would look. But yeah, I really hope it's going to come back and that we'll see more of it. So keep an eye on the nest. I'm just going to see if I can share let me try this again now. Maybe I can do this better now. Yeah, so that's the live view of the nest at the moment, right? So you can see that. That's what's going on. And if you want to know where that is, Pam, do you just want to mention where the website is? I will try and get a link here to the live stream. Just 1 second.
Well, the website is growls.ca, and then there's the link there that used to be it used to stream there, but now there's a link that brings it to the YouTube link. And on YouTube, it's the username is Mark H. If you look under Mark H, but if you just look under Growls Eagle Cam, it should pull
Okay.
up, and it always has the green growlers.
Yeah, your mic is breaking up again, but it's sorry. It always seems to be breaking up a bit. So, yeah. Have you actually seen both parents in the nest together? Because I've seen this so rare, you know, that happens. Oh, we can't hear you at all now. Now you've disappeared completely. So, sorry now. I hope. I don't know. We may have a little bit of technical problems here, but let me see. Can you, Pam? Can you still hear me? Okay, you can hear me. Okay, right. For some reason, we cannot hear you at the moment. Yeah, I thought I heard a click there.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect. You're back. Thank goodness you're back.
I'm back.
We don't want to do without you.
So,
no, definitely not. Definitely not.
but yeah, the eagle. Yeah. Sorry, I don't remember what we were talking about now.
Oh no, we were talking about both parents being in the nest together. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I made an updated video on the 22nd that was days 10 to 17, and I think there was like a section in there where you can see both parents coming in, and nobody's comfortable with it. So it's like, get out, Dad, get out. And I think Dad just came with Mom came in with some fish, and then Dad came in right after with a clump of grass or whatever.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit more about the nest structure, you know, because it does look like this nest or the tree went through quite a lot of beating before, right? So.
Yeah, it's a topped tree. I mean, a long time ago, it was, I think it was from a storm, obviously. But even there, the eagle's nest was actually that branch that you see sticking out there that's always in the way. And where's the babies? They're always behind that branch. That branch actually used to hold the nest. Like, that was where the nest laid for years, and then a storm took it down, and the next year they rebuilt right below. And now that nest, I think, has been there for 4 or 5 years in that spot.
Yeah, right. And Marie is asking, Christian, do you think the female eagle had a change of heart with regards to the hawklet? And that's something that is actually discussed in detail if you look at the eagle hawk story from Sydney. As you go on Zasa Photo YouTube, you'll find it's called the eagle hawk, the complete story, actually. The way it was raised, and that's discussed in detail. And so the position there by the experts, that's David Bird, Professor David Bird, and David Hancock, is that so initially you saw it being brought in, right? You remember I just showed that video clip. Let me just show it again whilst we're talking. I think it makes it easier. Just 1 second. Let me just pull that up quickly. Yeah, it's this one. Okay, let me just stop there for a moment and bring this up again and share this. Here we go. Okay, so this is the famous moment on the 4th of June, and there it definitely was seen as a prey, right? Absolutely, as a food source. And by the way, there is another camera, and we can discuss that in a moment. I forgot where it is, somewhere in Eastern Europe, and there a few hours later you can see it's being adopted, right? And indeed, even after a few days, the eagles there still recognized as prey and then started eating, you know, the hawk in this case. So the answer is it cannot be taken for granted. It cannot. Maybe for some species it's more likely that they'll be accepted, and maybe the red-tailed hawk is more likely to be accepted, but it doesn't go for all, you know, for other species that well necessarily, right? But there is definitely a change of moment. Let's try this again. There's definitely a change, and I think that happened within 1 or 2 hours, that mama comes back, and then the instinct to be a parent, to foster, is stronger than the nurturing, right? And also because there's such an abundance of food, which is very important. There's such an abundance of food nearby that it's not necessarily seen as something urgent, because you do know probably that there's sibling rivalry, that can be that one sibling actually can kill another sibling. That happens when there's food shortage and so on. But we haven't seen any of these things. It's very Canadian here. It's very well behaved. Everyone's very nice. Maybe that's part of the reason. But that's what we're seeing. So abundance of food and everything.
Yeah. That's nice.
Okay, let me stop sharing. So what then is next, Pam? Are you going to spend the day there at the nest?
Oh, well, yeah, I'll probably go walking down over there and go down to the beach and just kind of, yeah, just check around the area where we can. That's public anyways, and just to see in that space, and if it's there, and yeah, we'll be paying attention.
Yeah, and Corinne is saying both parents spent quite a few minutes together on the nest this morning. Yes, it was like, and that's very possible. It's very possible. It's
one of the nest monitors.
Yes, it's very, very, very interesting. Yes, it is. So, okay.
Monitor there. Yeah.
Oh, there's Amanda too. Very nice to see Amanda. It's been we haven't seen you for a long time, so welcome back. It's very nice to see you again. And it's really a wonderful event we have there. Here, it's absolutely wonderful. It's marvelous, and it's so exciting. I myself couldn't make it to the nest this weekend, also because it's a long weekend there, and it's just the ferries were completely booked out. It was a crazy time. But the 25th, it's only 2 days 2 days difference between when Spunky, or Stephen Hawking, as we called him, 2016, and today's the 25th, where Malala fledged. I mean, they're very, very close together, and also because they're very close proximity. I think between 50 and 100 miles directly. If you fly, that's how close they are together. So.
Well, and you even predicted the 25th. You said June 25th.
I said June 25th, and I said that. Oh my goodness! So well, but there's a lot of luck there too, right? There's a lot of luck, but I did say I did say June 25th. Yes, I did. But just by comparing the sizes, I just went back into the videos and the footage we had from the Sydney nest, and I just compared, and I said, well, if you look at that, that should make June 25th. So there we go. So it was quite surprising. How old do you think Malala is now? Gosh, I have to calculate back again. Do you have an answer for that, Pam? I don't have it in my head. Oh,
I would say that she's probably like 7 or 8 weeks, wouldn't she be?
yes. And I have to look it up. That's completely correct. It's 42 to 45 days, somewhere around there. Or no, no, it would be more. It would be more. Sorry, it would be more. 40. I have to do a calculation. I don't. I can work it out, right? I can work it out because it came in on the 4th of June, and it probably was a week or so old, right? Would you agree? Something like that, or a week to 10 days?
Yeah, I would say it was a little bit older. I was
Okay, maybe 14.
2 weeks or something.
2 weeks. Okay, let's take 2 weeks plus. Yeah, that makes it 4 to 5. Then you're right. It makes about 5 weeks or so. That would be about correct. Yeah, that's approximately it. Hi, Dolores. Nice to see you too. And let's go on. Joanne, do parent eagles normally support their offspring when they fly the nest? Oh, this is another very interesting question. So with eagles, the behavior is very different, and a lot of you will know this much better than I do, at least from the observations, because you're looking so much at nests from eagles, the way they behave. But usually, eaglets get quite, how should I say it, quite, well, turbulent, and some of them destroy the nest. That's what we've seen. And then they do follow the parents on the beach. I filmed that, actually. That happens. And with hawks, they follow them for quite some time, for 2 to 3 weeks. That's at least what I heard from the experts. So it's much longer there. That's a bit of a worrying factor, by the way. So it's a good point. And that's also why it's important, at least, to keep a good eye. Sorry, sorry, Pam, but you have to keep a good eye on Malala, because they, you know, it's also interesting because probably the hawk nest was so close by. I never showed the footage, which was phenomenal. That was when I was there last week. I saw 2 hawks circling the nest. It was amazing, right? And I filmed that even. I never had time to publish it, but I saw that, and that could have very well been the parents, actually. You know, it's very likely. So, you know, I think that or David Hancock believes that the hawk nest was actually probably within a mile or less of the eagle's nest, right? Yeah. So very, very close by.
Maybe she flew off with her parents.
Here we go.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there we go. There were 6.5 to 7 weeks for that. Thank you for that. So that sounds about correct. Yes, that sounds about correct. So yeah, we all, you know, we all hope for a happy ending. We certainly do, Maria. We do. Yeah. You know what? Maybe let me just share some more clips from the. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, let me just share. The clip that I took last week, 1 second, in case you haven't seen that, of Malala. 1 second, here we go. So that was here at this nest. You have to have a lot of patience, and really a lot of patience, because there's only 1 eaglet. They spend a lot of time on the other side of the nest. So this was within 2 days, and I really mean 2 full days there, the best footage I could get. And this is how difficult it is compared to the Sydney nest. And there you have both. It's really beautiful. you see the incredible. Oh dear, that was my mouse that just fell, and the batteries fell out. So hopefully I won't need it. Oh dear, things go wrong. 1 second. Oh my goodness, this is a typical live show. Now my mouse has fallen apart. That's great. Oh wow. Okay, let's see if I can still move it. Yeah, I can. Good.
Malala's coming for that mouse.
Yeah, let me just do this again. Going for that mouse. Okay, I'm glad I got my mouse back, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to see your comments anymore. And then, of course, Kit is completely right to point out the Redding nest. California eagles and parents stay together with their 4 to 6 weeks. There you go. It's fun to watch them. And I forgot to mention the Redding nest, which is the 3rd eaglet nest that I was able to, you know, able to witness. Let me just see if I have another one here. Oh yeah, that was just the complete story. That's, by the way, let me just put this on silent. But that's just David Hancock and David Bird there at they had a special FLEDGE fest. Can you believe it? And the mayor of Sydney declared this a special day. They called it the Eagle Hawk Day, right? It was incredible. So that's how much this event was celebrated, right? It was so beautiful. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, there, of course, we've got incredible footage. You know, it's just amazing how lucky we were to get so much footage. So it's
I love their pants.
Yeah. Oh, there's Gentleman Ghost. That's nice. Wait a minute. Let me see. 1 second. He's also there. Very nice. Has the hawk been observed in the area after FLEDGE? No, so far not. Let me go back to the live stream now, because I don't know. You know, maybe something. Sorry, I'm just gonna. Oh, I forgot to switch off my phone. Sorry. I usually put it on silent. Wait a second. Let me just go back to the live cam here. 1 second. Let me go back to the live cam. There we go. So the answer is no. That's what we're seeing live. So far, not. So far, not. right? So we haven't seen it come back. But that's about, what is it now?
Like 4.5 hours
Four and a
later.
half, 4.5 hours. Yeah. So there's still definitely time. And knowing Pam and knowing the others from the Gabriola Rescue Center, GROWLS, I know that they will be going out there. No pressure, right? But I
We
know
will.
you'll be going out and
Yeah.
looking, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so unless Pam, you want to say something else, I think we're going to end the stream and encourage everyone to go and look. And Belladonna, thank you very much for putting all the comments in. That's really great. So go and have a look at the live cam. This is going to be the event for the next days. And yeah, we'll see what unfolds. And we wish Malala all the best, of course.
Yeah. And you can, on the live feed, you can always reverse. So you can actually see the moment yourself. You can just reverse to 6:17 a.m. and
Exactly. That's an important one. I don't remember how much we can go back in time, but at the moment it's probably, so 6:17:30 is the time to go back, and you can still see that. That's this amazing one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So here's one. Wait a minute. We had one comment here, and I don't know if this is true. I think she flew to the back. Oh, you mean the back? That's probably towards the water. That's what I would have thought, right? Yes.
Yeah. When she's flying towards the camera, is flying to the water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, anyway, thank you, everyone, and wish you a wonderful day. And if something very eventful happens, I'll be back. Okay. 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 Cheers, everyone.